Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nurfajriya Zulfahira, student ID A3212300014. I'm a student from the English Language Education Department, University of Muhammadiyah Bogoraya.
Hello everyone, my name is Hikmatul Aziza. You can call me Hikmah with ID number A3212300018. I'm from English Language Education Department.
In this video, me and my partner will present our learning design report. The title is Formatting Culture Awareness in ELT flashcard based group discussion. This report is made for our language assessment core segment. Okay, let's start. First, I will explain the background of this learning design. Language and culture actually two things that cannot be separated. When we learn a language, we also learn and values and ways of thinking from the culture behind that language. This is why culture is very important in learning English. But the problem is many English classes today still only focus on grammar and vocabulary. Students may be able to speak English correctly, but they still find it hard to communicate with people from different cultures. This is because they don't understand the cultural context behind the language. So, this learning design is made to help students not only learn English but also understand and respect culture difference when they communicate. Next, I will talk about the topic. The topic of this learning design is promoting culture awareness in ELT through flashcard-based group discussion. Simply put, this design is about how we can teach culture awareness in English class using flashcard and group discussion. The main material we use have a book called Seven Lessons Toward Cross-Cultural Understanding by Craig Shorty, 1994. This book gives us 7 important lessons about how to understand cultural difference, and we will use this lesson as the main content of our flashcard. Now, let me explain what students are expected to achieve after joining the learning activity. The first, student can recognize that every person has a different cultural background. The second, they can understand that the same behavior can mean different things in different cultures. The third, they can reflect on what they think is normal because it may not be the same for everyone. Okay, now I will explain the concept of this learning design. This design uses an approach called communicative language teaching or CLT combined with culture awareness learning. This means we see language not just grammar and vocabulary, but as a tool for communication that is always connected to cultures. Some aspects also support this idea. Kim 2020 said that learning a language means learning is culture too. Fitria in 2025 said that culture should be part of English teaching MOOC. For English teaching, and Moko Gita in 2024 talked about how important culture is in ALT, especially in Indonesia. And Leo and Lee in 2023 say that teaching culture helps students communicate better across cultures. We also believe that one big problem in English learning today is that students only focus on grammar and forget that language and culture are connected. So we think that adding culture awareness into English class is very important, not just as an extra activity but as a basic part of learning English. Okay, that is enough for me. Now I will pass into my partner continue. Thank you.
So, I will explain the learning material used in our learning design. Our group will use several statements adapted from 7 lessons toward cross-cultural understanding by Craig Storti, 1994. These statements contain important principles related to cultural awareness and cross-cultural communication. Each statement will be written on a flashcard, and every group will randomly select one flashcard to discuss. After discussing the statement, each group will present their understanding, opinions, and reflection to the class. Through this activity, students are expected to develop critical thinking skill, collaborative with their peers, and gain a deeper understanding of cultural differences. The learning material consists of 7 important lessons. Lesson 1. Don't assume everyone is the same. The first lesson reminds us that every person comes from a unique cultural background. Assuming that everyone thinks, behaves, and communicates in the same way can lead to misunderstanding. Therefore, it is important to recognize and respect cultural differences. Lesson 2. Familiar behaviors may have different meanings. The second lesson explains that the same behavior can have different meanings across cultures. For example, a nod, a smile, or saying yes may not always mean the same thing in different cultural contexts, and we should avoid making quick assumptions about what a behavior means. Okay, lesson 3. What you think of as normal behavior may only be cultural. This lesson teaches us that many behaviors we consider normal are actually shaped by our own culture. What seems natural or appropriate to us may not be viewed the same way by people from other cultures. Therefore, we should avoid judging others based on our own cultural standards. And 4. Don't assume that what you mean is what was understood. So the fourth lesson highlights the importance of checking for understanding. Even when we believe we have communicated clearly, the other person may interpret our message differently. Effective communication requires confirmation and clarification. Okay, lesson 5. Don't assume that what you understood is what was meant similarly. This lesson reminds us that our interpretation of a message may not match the speaker's intended meaning. Our understanding is often influenced by our own cultural experiences and perspectives. Asking questions and seeking clarification can help avoid misunderstandings. Lesson 6. You don't have to like different behavior, but understanding where it comes from may help you respond more sensitively. This lesson emphasizes empathy and open mindedness. We may encounter behaviors that seems unusual or uncomfortable to us. While we do not have to agree with or like those behaviors, understanding their cultural background helps us respond with greater respect and sensitivity. Lesson 7. Most people do behave rationally. You just have to discover the rationale The final lesson explains that most human behavior has a logical reason within its cultural context. Instead of judging unfamiliar behaviors as strange or irrational, we should try to understand the cultural values and beliefs behind them. So, in conclusion, the seven lessons encourage students to become more culturally aware, open minded, and respectful of diversity. They also help students develop effective communication skills in multicultural environments. Through the flashcard discussion activity, students will not only learn the concept of cross cultural understanding but also practice expressing their ideas, listening to different perspectives, and reflecting on cultural difference in a collaborative learning environment.
Now, I would like to explain the implementation of this learning activity. Before the class begins, the teacher prepares several flashcards, each containing one statement from Craig Stortie's 7 Lessons Toward Cross-Cultural Understanding. The flashcards are designed using Canva to make them visually attractive, easy to read, and engaging for students. The implementation consists of several stages. First, the opening stage, which takes about 5 minutes. The teacher opens the class by greeting the student, introducing the topic, and explaining the learning objectives. At this stage, students are given a brief overview of cross cultural understanding and the purpose of the activity. And second, the grouping stage, which takes 5 minutes, students are divided into small groups consisting of approximately 3 to 5 members. This grouping allows students to collaborate and exchange ideas effectively. Third, the flashcard activity, which takes 3 minutes. Each group randomly select on one flashcard containing a statement from Stortie's 7 lessons. The selected statement will become the focus of their discussion. Fourth, the group discussion stage, which takes 5 to 10 minutes. Each group discusses the meaning of their statement, analyzes its relevance to cross-cultural communication, and connect it with real-life example. Students are encouraged to share their opinions, experience, and perspectives while working together to understand the lesson more deeply. Fifth, the presentation stage, which takes 20 minutes. Each group comes to the front of the class to present the results of their discussion in English. They explain the meaning of the statement, provide example, and share the conclusions they reach during the discussion. Finally, the closing stage, which takes 5 minutes. The teacher provides feedback on the presentation, leads a brief reflection session, and summarizes the key points learned during the activity. This stage helps students reinforce their understanding of cultural awareness and cross-cultural communication. Overall, this activity encourages active participation, critical thinking, collaboration, and meaningful discussion while helping students develop a deeper understanding of cultural diversity. Okay, next, I would like to explain the technical aspect of this learning design. First, The main learning media used in this activity are flashcards designed using Canva. Canva is chosen because it allows us to create visually attractive, clear, and engaging learning materials for students. And second, each flashcard contains one statement from Craig's 37 lessons toward cross-cultural understanding by focusing on one statement per flashcard. Students can discuss the topic more deeply and stay focused during the activity. Third, the number of groups is adjusted according to the number of students in the class. Ideally, each group consists of 3 to 5 students to ensure active participation and effective collaboration. Fourth, students present their discussions results verbally, uh, per, verbally in English. This allows them to practice their English communication skills while simultaneously developing cultural awareness and intercultural understanding. So, finally, the teacher's role in this activity is a facilitator rather than the only source of information. The teacher guides the discussion, encourages participation, and helps students reflect on their learning experiences. Overall, these technical aspects are designed to create an interactive, student centered, and culturally responsive learning environment. Now, I would like to explain the goals of this learning design. The first goal is to help students communicate effectively in English while considering the cultural background of the people they interact with. Students learn that successful communication involves not only language skills but also cultural understanding. And the second goal is to develop students' cultural sensitivity and awareness of cultural differences in communication. Through discussion and reflection, students become more open minded and respectful of diverse perspectives. And the third goal is to help students understand that learning English is not only about grammar and sentence structures. Language is closely connected to culture, and understanding culture helps learners use language more appropriately and effectively. And the final goal is the uh, is to create an ELT classroom that is inclusive, reflective, and culturally aware. Students are encouraged to respect diversity, learning from one another, and build meaningful intercultural communication skills. So, in conclusion, this learning design aims to develop both students' English proficiency and their intercultural competence, preparing them to communicate successfully in diverse cultural contexts. Okay, before I end this presentation, I would like to leave you with a simple quote. Understanding difference does not divide us. It helps us connect with one another. In conclusion, cross cultural understanding is not only about learning other cultures, but also about developing respect, empathy, and effective communication in a diverse world. So, I'm Hikmatul Azizah and
Berpatria Zulfahira.
of my group, I would like to thank you for your attention and participation. We certainly appreciate your time and hope this presentation has provided valuable insight. Thank you for watching. See you again and have a wonderful day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.